What's Jablin's Jables?
It's not funny, is it? But then I'm not Jack Black. And you aren't either. Probably.
What's Jablin's Jables?
What's Jablin's Jables? What's Jablin's Jables?
But that doesn't mean there shouldn't be humour in your videos, just that the process of making video is for most people not the most spontaneous thing in the world. There's lights and a camera and are you saying all the right key terms, and suddenly it's take 7 and you've lost the will to live, let alone be spontaneous. Of course you could always fake the gags and plan them all the way through, but that can easily become wooden and forced, so how do you get a bit of humour in your videos without ending up in Wacky Town? I don't know where Wacky Town is. I think it's next to Wally World. So why even use humour anyway? I'm not really selling it here, am I? But given all that risk, why should you use humour at all? Well, humour is one of the evolutionary trump cards of the human species. We've used it to break down social barriers, and that is a major advantage. It's a signal of vulnerability that you are not a threat. Over the years, as creatives, we've experimented, probably a little too much, in the area of what is actually funny in a video. And so after destroying and rebuilding our reputation a few times over, we figured it's time to send that elevator back down from our ivory tower, or 1.5 floors of it, to you, our wanting to be just a little bit funny sometimes viewer. Here's our 5 tips for using humour in video. Use them wisely and seldom, and you'll already be way funnier and wiser than us. Number 1, don't be funny. Remember that kid in class who was always trying too hard to be funny? If you don't, it was probably you. It was definitely me. It's such a trap because deep down we know that humour is a fast track to human connection, but the difference is when you're face to face with people, you're getting all that vital body language that tells you what is working and what isn't. On camera, you don't get any of that. So trying to be funny in the same way is really risky, especially if you're trying to make it happen consciously. Start with the dry information you've scripted. Forget about being funny. The most important thing is to get across the information you've promised in the title and subject matter. Trying to be funny is not the aim. Communicating new information is the aim. Finding creative ways to make that communication a bit playful then becomes an optional extra, either in the writing or in the delivery. This will free you up from the pressure of being funny and allow you to let some stuff happen. And guess what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't have to make the cut. Having an entire sequence rely on you being funny, that's a recipe for stress, and probably a sequence that's really not funny at all. Number 2, absurd, not wacky. Let's say you followed the first tip. You'll find that making any video, there's a big loss between the hilarious concept in your head or on paper and the mechanical realities of shooting it. If it's feeling weird and wacky for you, it probably will be the same for your audience. In that case, you may not need to abandon it, but oddly need to get structured. Absurd is different to wacky. It's deliberate and dry and knowing. It lets both the audience and participants in on the joke and suits most sensibilities. Think smaller, more subtle, and be very deliberate. Then ask, did it work as intended? Be your own audience. If not, do it again. When Ed and I did this gag with testing if his phone was water resistant, we started with the idea of a bucket of water. It was okay to pour a lot of water on a phone in a sort of mock test, but it was hard to make the delivery of it funny because it wasn't very far from being a real test, not to mention hard to clean up. So we opted for a water cooler bottle and dropped it out of frame onto a cushion as if onto Ed's phone. This made it totally absurd and opened up a gap in the audience's imagination that they have to fill in for you. That's where absurd humour is, and people like being given gaps. So if you're going for absurd, be very deliberate. Make sure there's a gap for your audience's imagination and stay super dry about it. The laughing at your own hilarious self bits are for the outtakes. Number 3, using outtakes. Whilst we're talking about outtakes, we sometimes use these mid-roll or after the call to action because humans seem hardwired to laugh at awkwardness. Maybe it's the contrast between the serious version and the behind-the-scenes, more honest version, but this is the safest, easiest way to raise a smile, and you don't even need to plan it. Just one word of caution. The edit of an outtake is all about heightening the awkwardness, so use additional editing to create contrast with the regular part of the sequence. A bloop flash, a break in the music track, or some extended dead air before or after the moment will help create that gap in the audience's expectation. Let's talk about props. Number 4, using in-jokes or memes. We're extremely social creatures, and memes are a way of acknowledging a common experience. Look out for them in other content that you and your audience share an interest in, or even just some common memes like the lovable SpongeBob time cards.
12 seconds later.
If they can pop up in surprising places, you get to show you're in on the joke and not so serious. Number 5, timing. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you're going to tell a funny story or drop in a setup and punchline, your editing can help. So for anything that is planned into your writing, have a think forward to the edit and what you can do to heighten that payoff. For example, there might be a surprising image, stat, quote, whatever, and then it cuts back to you. There's a beat and then everything carries on. You need to mimic those playful social cues in your editing and get used to the timing that makes it work. So there's your 5 tips. Of course, there's more, and perhaps you've got something that you've tried that worked. Let us know in the comments. If it's something you tried and it didn't work, even better, let us know that too. And while you're here, why don't subscribe and let us help you grow your channel as we show you all the things that we're doing to grow ours. I've forgotten where I was.
Curse you, SpongeBob!